Hey, we meet again. You might not recognize me from the videos before because I've aged. Me and about 40 other people have been diligently at work for probably about 7 months on this house, and its restoration is finally complete. If you remember before, 8 long months ago, this was a sad, tired looking giant house. And it proved to be giant the whole time through. We had to eat it in little bites to get it taken care of. So in the front room, big grand entrance, you'll notice that we actually have walls that don't have holes. We have plaster that's patched and really nice paint. From the trim to the baseboards, everything needed attention. And as you can see, it has got its attention and more. You may remember this wall had a beautiful cutout in it to supply plumbing upstairs. They were falling off the lath and the plaster. It can only last so long. It was 1914. A lot of it was great, but a lot of it we had to patch. Welcome back to the present. If you remember, we had some beautiful wooden bookcases back here that was a, how do you say it? Maybe a semi-library of sorts, right next to a dilapidated kitchen. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, there was quite a bit that went into this remodel. So yes, we've come to the dining room, and even though there's a beautiful table over it, guess what? We still left the service buzzer hole. What the heck is this hole in my wood floor? It's one we wanted to keep, folks. This is actually, the dining room table would go over this, and whoever was the man or the lady of the house would put their foot on a buzzer and buzz for their plate to be filled or for their water to be filled. I guess it's just something from a bygone era, because there's no way that anybody in my house would let me have this in my house. You'll also notice there's none of that nasty old wainscoting that was here. Looking a lot better now. Since we're in the dining room, it only makes proper sense to head to the kitchen. And here we are. Brand new kitchen. Almost the same footprint, but so much more usable, modern. We left some pretty cool historical features like brick that was here before. You'll notice new doors in the back. I don't know if the video will do it justice, but we did shrink the kitchen a little, made it a galley kitchen. We shrunk it a little to make a closet for a bedroom on the backside, and then we'll get to it, but we made a cool pantry too. So we're back to the food fetish room. I'm sorry, it's a pantry. This was kind of found space. Actually, it was not even being used for anything. There was an electrical panel in here. This used to be a, I guess it was more of where you would prepare food and serve it way back in the 1920s. This used to have a washing machine and dryer in it. It's now a pantry off the kitchen. And we left a lot of the wall treatment, which is the tongue and groove, because it looks great. You know, it's kind of harkening back to where the house started, and it's gonna look great with a couple coats of paint on it. To my left is the service stairs. It went upstairs to the back of the house, and so you could get to the house without going around the rest of the house, kind of a shortcut. Now the new homeowners will have a Mac Daddy pantry. And remember that found space, that little bit of closet that we eked out from the kitchen? Well, it's not really a little bit of closet, it's a lot of closet. Check it out. You can put your kids in there, your clothes in there. Who am I to tell you what to put in there? Looking back, remembering from before, this wall was terrible. It was a small bathroom, did not look great. But guess what? Looks great now, and it's functional. Nice little half bath. All right, going up the stairs, we're gonna see just how different it looks. It looks actually like a stairwell now. If you remember before, there was never a newel post. We've got one, we've actually got two built back here. We're gonna go upstairs the different way of the maze, and this is the main staircase of the house. You'll notice this is the newel post and the stairwell we're gonna try to replicate in the back, which was really never there to begin with, but we're gonna make it look period to the house. You'll notice behind me and around me, there's still plaster being put on the walls and patched in. This is the original way. We do a base coat, they did it over the original lath, and they'll be coming to do a finish coat over that soon. You'll notice it's nice and dusty from some drywall dust. They put new flooring in to match on that, oh, what would you call that? A landing down there. And then we get up here and it actually looks like it's supposed to. A lot of places in this house didn't look like it was supposed to. It's been chopped up and used. Half the house was chopped up for years and used as a boarding house. Like they rented rooms out and they had a central bathroom in the back. Gross. But they did do that for years after World War II. All right, since there's a lot of weird, neat, cool stuff in this house, this is just a bedroom. So when I say just a bedroom, it's a bedroom. It has a closet we added. It also has a Jack and Jill bath. Okay, you'll notice around me that this looks kind of like an exterior porch. Well, at one point in its life, this house had like 6 or 7 outside porches. This is one of them that is recreated into a Jack and Jill bathroom. We put a tub in the center, split up 2 vanities. So in our thinking, kids would have both sides, but you never know, somebody might use it. So it's decorated with tile that's adult-like and kid-like. And it's kind of, maybe jovial will be the good word. This pipe right here, we left out of homage. The heating system in the house had radiators. There was one in a room right over across from us. This serviced from downstairs. The closet over here, full, huge closet. You would think it would be a master bedroom closet. And you know what? For lack of better words, I'll call it just a giant closet. Again, in the scheme of things, it's a small bedroom, but it is a bedroom. And compared to some of the other cool things in here, you know what? It connects to the rest of the house and makes it just like one giant runaround house. You'll notice on all the doors when we go through, there's this awesome looking trim. It's not just your basic trim here in this kind of house. It's really thick and it's milled. Unless you're a really good carpenter and you have all the tools to do it with, you're gonna run into these kind of things in an old house. Up here, this is called a rosette. This was actually not a washroom, it was another little weird bathroom nook in the house. But what we've done was plumb washer and not dryer to it, but put a washer dryer up here, second floor, instead of it being downstairs. You know what? I remember now. The washer and dryer was downstairs where the pantry is now. So we bring it upstairs, make a big room out of it. Actually, in this room, this is the original tile. We did not want to rip this out and have to retile because the tile was great, wasn't cracked, good substrate. And you know what? You gotta leave a little history for the place, right? So we left this wainscoting. This is like 1x4, there's a little bead in the center. And yes, it looks old, it looks beat up, but that's what the house is. Okay, I remember now. We came in here. This is a typical square bedroom. This closet wasn't here. It was like a little pass-through hall. So I walk in here, we would have walked all the way through, could have got onto the hall where we were just at, but we blocked it off. There used to be a chimney here. It's still here. Nice little closet addition to this bedroom. I even walked in here and showed you something that was little less than maybe all of us would want for a bathroom. It's now much more than anybody would want, but great for I guess they call it an ensuite. I hate the word, but let's just call it a bathroom off of a bedroom. I do believe it was a bathroom when we started, but it was not a bathroom for a very long time, so it looked absolutely hideous. Now the penny tiles make it look much more modern, and it is a heck of a lot cleaner than it was when we found it. If you'll notice, both sets of stairs have huge landings. They're almost like rooms connected to stairs. You could probably put furniture in here if you wanted to. I'd love to see what the homeowners use it for, but both stairwells have a huge landing midway and then a real large landing that you step onto to get to the various rooms. Right in front of me, there was a wall that separated the house. The people used the front of the house for their living. I think it was an older lady that lived here that had the house forever, and she had walled it off, and that's what they were doing, was they were renting the stuff that I was telling you about in the back. Let's sneak into the master bedroom. All right, we are in the master bedroom. You'll notice there used to be a walk-through closet, like a Jack and Jill closet. This closet used to go through to a bedroom on the other side. Like I said, that bedroom over there is now turned into the master bath. Huge, you'd love it. We can have 5 people in that bathroom, not that would we want to. Super big windows, huge amount of light in here. I don't think you could sleep in very much unless you had some good window coverings. So our arched screens, they're rescreened, new screen material on the outside, painted all up nice. Probably have to do some touch-up paint, but these fit into our arched windows in our bathroom. And the need for those is because these windows crank out and are oh so easy to paint and prep. I can tell you that from experience, they are not. No. Oh, hello. Just trying it on for size. You know, I couldn't do it when we were knocking the place down or building it up. So I figured if I'm dressed nicely, maybe it'll look a lot better me doing this right now. If you'll notice, this tub was not in here last time, at least not in this position. It's a freestanding tub. And you'll notice a shower to the right of my video. Huge enough for maybe 2 people. Or depending on really what you wanted to do. But so even originally, this extra room that was over here was separated by this space. There used to be 2 medicine cabinets here and I think an individual pedestal sink, but we have dual sinks here. You come in here to the master bath and we've got our shower, giant shower, tub in which I was laying out looking towards the river. You'd have to be a little higher to see the river from here, but it's out overlooking nice road, nice street. And on the other side of the shower, we hid the toilet without having to put it in a different room, which was important to us because we didn't want to have it choppy with walls in here. And of course, the porch off of the bathroom. The porch outside has a small little door down to the left. Actually, it's not a door, it's a window. And what you would do is you would call somebody to bring you food and they would bring it out and set it out here on the veranda so you could have your breakfast or whatever it be next to your bedroom. But now you can have it outside of your bathroom. I don't know if some people don't consider this an interesting tidbit, but it's still here and we like it. We're gonna put a little roof over it and it'll be another tall tale for the house. This was an original area to store coal and wood because we found both in here. Wood for probably having a fire, but coal for the coal-fired stove that was here that went up in a couple chimneys. There we go. So last but not least, the wrap-up would be kind of what we did to the outside. The porch was just a flat porch and it had, it was just really dilapidated. So what we did was add some rails, add a small pergola, and off to the races. Grass and repaint. That's what we did to the outside. So that's it for this house. 7 months and I finally get a break. What? Forget the break, folks. On to the next house. Maybe we'll meet up there. You know what? I know we'll meet up there because Christina won't let me off videos. So we're gonna keep doing them. I'll see you there. Thanks for joining me. Bye.